Being a part of a community, I think, is so special. And I think sometimes that just means that you have to go out of your way to be a part of someone's community and to show up and say, like, I got you.
Three, two, one, yeah!
You're listening to Squeeze Lines, where truth stings, laughs heal, and nothing's off limits. I'm Tyler, the daughter.
I'm Robin, the mom. And if life gives you lemons,
We're squeezing lines instead.
so grab a seat, open your mind, and get ready to laugh or cry because we're not here to play nice.
We're here to get real.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Squeeze Limes. Or if this is your first time, welcome. We're happy to have you and excited to share in all the things squeezing the most out of life.
Hi, welcome in. So I'm a little sad and blue because my musical hero passed away a couple days ago, and Bob Weir was like my idol for, I don't know, 50 years. Of him, I've been following the Grateful Dead since I was, I don't even know, 1979, and was at Jerry Garcia's last show in Soldier Field in Chicago. And then I was in Bob Weir's last show this past August. He passed away a couple days ago, and it's just a little shocking. I'm a little blue about it. It's the end of an era to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's sad.
Yeah.
You get my daughter all of her Grateful Dead gear
Yeah. And I will continue to do
as
that.
you're wearing the socks.
I'm wearing the socks. I'm wearing my pin. I just feel like it's just been such a huge part of my life that it just feels like a family member, really.
No.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
really sad. I mean, that's like really the only band that I actually spent money to see. I won't,
Forever.
like, good money. Yeah. Like good seats, good,
Yeah.
traveling around the world, not the world, actually the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been everywhere seeing them in this country. It's just unbelievable. So,
Deadhead
yes,
forever.
that had forever, but now the music died. Anyway, so
Oh.
really sad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks.
I've been to
I-
one concert that you took me to as a child.
Yeah, I think that was a
At
little bit
the
of a mistake.
Allstate Arena.
I didn't think that people were, I don't know why, I just didn't think people were going to light up like all around
Oh,
you
wow.
inside Rosemont. And I'm like, what
That
is happening?
was,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I was like, there's a skunk in here.
yeah, you were pretty young. And
I
then
was
you
very
spent the
young.
rest of it like this.
And
So that
then
was
I
kind of
think
sad.
my brother and I fell asleep on the chairs.
No, you didn't fall asleep.
I'm pretty sure there's pictures of us
No, you were just like this.
and just covering my
Yeah.
face.
I don't know why we didn't think of it, but we didn't. So,
Yeah.
oh well, you've experienced it. Not
Yeah.
really, but like that was kind of a bad way to
was a
experience for
flop.
you. Yeah. I should have brought you when you were like 2, but I didn't. I
Not
didn't think that was cool
even.
either. I know. I didn't think that was very good. So I waited, but that didn't work out. So, oh well. Well,
Okay.
yeah. So, all right. I just wanted to give him a little,
Rest in peace.
yes, Bobby Weir, cutest guy ever. But okay.
Oh.
I'll just grieve my own way. Anyway, what are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about being in a community and being a part of someone's community. So, looking like family, friendship, just the people that are in your life that support you and the people that are there for you through thick and thin. I saw this awesome social media post of this group of girls that it was like their friend was like 8 months pregnant or something. And it was this whole group of women that instead of a baby shower, it was kind of essentially a baby shower, but what they did was they deep cleaned her house for her.
Mm.
And it was like, you could see all the girls, like, there was people doing the dishes and people cleaning the bathroom and
That's
people
cute.
like, it was prepping for the baby,
That's super
and
cute.
it was so cute, and so I went into the comments, and it was just the most supportive, like, "Wow, you found such a great group of people, your friends are wonderful," and this and that. It was so adorable, and I was like, "What a great idea."
Yeah, it is a great
Instead of,
idea.
like, presents or instead of, like, just sitting around, chatting and whatever, it's like, "No,
They
let's
did
take
something. Take right,
action."
right.
That means more than,
I agree.
you know
Totally agree.
yeah, so I thought that was, like, such a cute idea if your friend's expecting or family member, wink, wink, just kidding. But, like, that was just it was so cute. So,
Yeah.
um, that just, like, kind of reminded me of being a part of someone's village.
So, yeah, like if somebody's ill and someone has to have surgery or something like that, I feel like, at least the way I grew up was we had like meal trains that like we were
Mm,
all on this like feed, this email chain that we're taking turns and writing down what we're doing and what they're going to get, what kind of food they want, that
right.
kind of thing. And
Yeah,
then every day or every other day, they would get a meal brought to their home. And that's like that always helps because that's the last thing that they wanna do, and then they don't wanna
right,
spend all their money, like, ordering in or whatever it is like,
right.
feeding. It's like when you're grieving, you go to pay a condolence call, it's like there's food and, it's just like it's a warm kind of feeling. So what part of the community or really, this is not really community well, I guess it's community
Of
because
course,
that
yeah.
can happen in, like, your school districts, like, with kids, it can happen with your friends and family. I think it does happen. I think it's automatic, and
With
that's
your
just
neighbors,
yeah,
if
yeah,
you're
that's really
close.
if you're close, yeah.
It's, I think, a beautiful thing. Even, like, just talking about neighbors, let's say you have, like, an older couple living next to you and, they need help plowing their driveway in the
Right,
snow
right.
or cutting their lawn, like, just, like, small things that I think make a really big difference and impact in
Absolutely.
people's
I
lives.
agree. I have a client that's moving, into a home, not a home, like a condo, and there she's already met, like, some people on her floor, and, there's one couple that, are in their 90s, and she's like, "I went and knocked on the door and I said, you know, I'm I'm so and so and I'm going to be moving in and I'm going to bring you whatever you need. Every time I go to the store, I'm going to call you first and I'm going to see what you need and you're going to give me a list." And I mean,
That's
that's
beautiful.
unbelievable. Isn't that so nice? Like
It's
that's the first thing
amazing.
she thought of in the middle of like literally packing and moving and
Oh.
that's already stressful and she's thinking of other people and I love that.
Yeah, that's such like a I think it takes a
Good-hearted
really
person.
a
Yeah.
big heart
Yeah.
to think beyond yourself and to reach out into community. I think that's kind of like where like what I'm seeing is like our society is stuck in this like individualistic mindset of I need to, keep my peace or I can't do this or that and the other for other people because my, obviously mental health matters and like it's so huge. And sometimes it means that it might inconvenience you in that moment to go help another person. And I think that
Wait,
that's
what about the
okay
mental health part? I didn't get that
to
part.
keep your peace.
Keep your own but giving back is
Like,
also
oh, I'm so tired. Like, I don't
oh,
really
I
want to
got it.
do
Okay.
that. Or
Like
like,
you're not in your safe
I had a
space.
bad day. Like, I think it goes past this point of like, it's too far. And I think it's very different than setting boundaries of like things that you feel are appropriate and not appropriate. But then it goes into, okay, well, what does it be to be someone's community, be someone's friend, be a good family member? Like, I have you that comes and, helps with so many things. And there's so many, sadly, like moms or family members that just don't like
Yeah.
partake in their children's lives. And like, I'm so blessed to have that. Or like, I have a cousin that's like, okay, I'm going to babysit on Friday night. You guys go out. Like, that is just part of being a village. And it's so special
Yeah.
and means the world,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I think my point being is like, not everybody wants to go out of their way and do those things for other people. And then they're stuck being like, well, why am I not receiving any of that kind of stuff? Why am I
Well,
not
what okay,
receiving the
so
community?
hold on. So what if you're a person that gives and gives and gives and doesn't receive? It's not because you
There's
don't
a
give.
difference. There's
Well,
a,
then
there's
what
a
is it?
difference there. So obviously, like any situation, there's nuances, right? When you're giving, 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 nothing's in return, and not that you're giving to receive
No, you don't give to
anything,
get, that's for sure.
right? But in a community, naturally that is supposed to happen. You do something for someone else and they do something for you, and it kind of just ebbs and flows. You're not keeping,
No,
tick for
tabs.
tax.
No, but like you're still I don't
But
know. I just
but
feel
a
like
community is a part of giving.
yeah,
Period. So on that other end of giving, you're also receiving from your community.
hopefully.
And right. So my point is, if you're giving, 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 and n- let's say one day you're sick and no one steps up for you, you need to reevaluate your community.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if people are just taking, 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 that's an issue. But
Mhm. It
that's
is.
kind of like what I'm getting at is,
Is it like your generation or what?
I think so. I mean, I'm not positive, but I think that there's like this play of where
Maybe it skips generations.
I don't know. I don't really believe in skipping, but I think it's just like a kind of like a selfishness era of
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
like, I want it my way. I want to do things this way. But then you're like stuck and you're sick or you need help or you're having a baby or you're having a wedding and no one's showing up for you or asking how you're doing or if you're okay or if you're grieving, you lost someone, like big life moments, even small. And you're like, why is no one showing anything for me? I think it's a good time to self reflect and be like, well, what am I putting out into the world in order to get from the world as well?
Well, I think that people do show up in the beginning of life events.
The beginning, yeah.
Right.
Just the
And
beginning.
then, right, life continues on. And so
Yeah.
it's okay that their lives continue on and you're still grieving or having a hard time or
Sure.
adjusting to
Yeah.
whatever has happened, good, bad, or not. That's like, that's why I don't know. It's, people can only give so much and only put themselves into your world so much. And then they have to continue on with theirs. I think that's very healthy. I
Right.
think it
Which is
doesn't have to be
why.
like if it's a commune, if you're living in a kibbutz or something, like everyone helps everybody, but it doesn't work like that. And
Well, that's what I'm saying is like we've grown so far apart that our communities are faltering into a world of
individuality.
individuality.
Yeah.
And there's no longer this sense of I'm a part of a community unless you literally go out and seek it.
Yeah.
It's just not naturally embedded anymore, or at least, what I've seen. Like maybe some people it totally is. And I think that's beautiful. So I think it's great to be,
I mean, I think it also is like a neighborhood. So, like when I was growing up, we had a neighborhood that was like
yeah,
we were all together all the time. We had block parties. We were in each other's lives. We
right.
knew who needed what parents were working and they needed rides for their kids, whatever it
Yeah,
is. And we had like a whole bunch of kids that would play outside and hang out. And that's how we communicated, which was like how people should communicate.
right.
However, then if you don't have, and then if people move, they try to like duplicate that. It's so hard to do because making new friends as you get older is very difficult. Like, you
Yeah.
have your friends from school, you have your friends from college, you have your friends from when if have kids and you raised them, and then you have schools and all of that, and it makes it
Yeah. Easier.
easier, and it's a great thing to have. Now, there are people that live in communities and in neighborhoods that no one, like, talks. I mean, they're friendly, but they just don't know, they just don't take the time to really get to know anyone,
Yeah.
and that's really hard also. So,
Right.
that's where I think people your age get stuck the most.
I think it's like you said, like even when we're just talking about neighborhoods, like my neighborhood is mixed with,
Mostly older though, right?
mm, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't believe it's generational because they're all to themselves.
Right, I'm saying right, because
Like,
I have a
like I
feeling
moved
they've been
in.
here for 40 years, let's say,
Sure.
and then you moved in, but I guarantee everyone that's older or, have been established for this long and raised their kids here or their grandkids or whatever it is,
Hmm.
they're probably thinking you're gonna be out of here, in 5 years, like this, and then you're gonna go into a different place or raise your kids
But
somewhere
why should
different.
that matter?
I don't know, I'm just saying maybe that's what they think, or maybe
That,
they
uh,
just don't, like, want to, or maybe they think that you don't want to talk to someone who's older. I don't know. I don't
that's what
really
I'm
know.
saying. Like, I'm not really caring or thinking about what they're thinking. I'm talking about the sense of community that clearly is lacking. Like I moved in and I expected like at least one neighbor to come up and introduce themselves and say like,
Well,
"Hey, I live across the
I thought that's
street,"
what
or
happened. One person or
sure. Okay, I have one.
sorry.
Sorry, there is one person
Yeah,
on my entire street
that's so weird.
that lives at the end of the street. We live on
Oh,
opposite
but
ends of the street.
I thought, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that's
So
kind of a bummer.
it's like
It's weird.
like I don't know. Like I would hope to be the kind of neighbor that someone new moves into the neighborhood and I, will bring them, some cookies or whatever
Right,
and say like,
right,
"Welcome to the
right,
neighborhood.
right,
I'm Tyler.
right.
Here's my phone number.
That's
Whatever
what's
you
happened
need, let me
to me,
know."
right, to us.
Like that's a beautiful thing and I think
Except for
that's great.
that's because it the neighborhood is filled with the same around the same age people. So,
No,
y
it's not. That's what I'm
no,
saying.
I'm saying that happens mostly when you're in a community that everyone's in the same boat with, whether it's kids or the same age, or but mostly, your age would be everyone, when I moved in when you were little, the first place we moved, it was an instant family. Everyone was my age. Everyone was having kids or had kid, like it was
Right, there's something in common.
right. That's the community. And that's what I think happened in your community a long time ago. So they're like done, I think. I don't know. But moving in, I think that's a very important thing to do is to look for neighborhoods that are like-minded. And that I
Sure.
think is
Yeah.
a plus, and not a lot of people think that way, especially, in a transition or if, whatever. But I think that's a
I
huge
just
step.
don't think I necessarily moved into the friendliest, most welcoming place, and that's okay, and I'm fine with it right now, and this is not, like, some sob story about my, like, neighbors. It's
No, not at all.
just, like, trying to say, you know,
That would be nice.
welcome people with open arms and with
Right, right,
warmth and
right.
with a smile and,
Yeah,
introduce yourself and whatever.
yeah,
I think that's so nice. But going back to like friendship overall, like it ebbs and flows. You go and be a part of their life moments and then they're a part of yours. And that's kind of like how,
yeah,
and I think it's such a beautiful thing to be a part of.
yeah, definitely. I'm sad that, like, the generations or that maybe your generation or whatever is not so open, and again, I really do believe mostly it's because of the stupid phone.
Yeah, I think technology has changed a lot of what community means and looks like.
That's why I think volunteering matters so much for everybody, but especially your generation to get into something to give back matters so much. It like kind of grounds you enough to go like, oh yeah, everyone's human here. And so I think that I think that is really important for people that are younger to
Yeah.
start doing right away.
Yeah. Or like, even if you're, I mean, yeah, I completely agree. I think giving back to your community first and foremost is major.
Helping a cause that you're passionate about.
Yes. And then also, like, when you are trying to like meet people or make new friends, or just start to build your community if you don't even have one, I think just going out and whether it's going to a coffee shop or the library, or places that spark interest for you, and getting off of your phone and looking up and smiling and making eye contact with
Yeah,
people
yeah.
is so important. I think what I noticed so many times, like, we were just at a
Mm.
little gym for my daughter for the first time. It was so cute. She's running around and going on the trampoline and the slides, and learning new things and interacting with these other little toddlers. And
None of the moms did that.
none of the moms like approached each other or talked to each other. And I tried,
I did too.
and there was like no dialogue there.
It
I
was
was like,
strange.
"Oh, like, how old is your little one? What's their name? Blah, blah, blah." Like, trying to make conversation. And then there was like nothing.
0.
And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then
That's
those
weird.
people
That
were
was
like,
strange.
yeah.
They
And
were nice, I'm sure. I mean,
I'm
I mean,
sure.
but why
But like,
wouldn't
they were
they?
also like on their phone the whole time, like not engaging. And so I
But
was
the whole
like,
thing
okay.
is that you're with your toddler in this particular
Right, there are literally signs
program.
that say, like, "Limit phone use in the play area."
Yeah.
So, anyways, whatever, it doesn't, I'm just saying, like, good piece of advice, get off your phone.
Yeah. Just
Period.
fake it or something. Just be
No,
nice.
don't fake
No,
it.
no, I'm
Get
just
off your
saying
phone and
it
be
was just
in
a weird
person.
that was a weird experience. It's like, what is happening?
Yeah, because like, those are, like, such great things when you have young kids, to not only for them to be a part of, but for you to also try to find
I think people
people.
just judge so much
I mean, I'm
without
clearly judging by people being on their phones.
well, I know, but I just feel like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I think it's so sad.
Yeah. So that's like my
But it
PSA. Get off
mostly,
your
yeah,
phone.
like engage with your kids.
Yeah, that's like a whole separate
Podcast.
episode.
Yeah.
So being a part of a community, I think, is so special. And I think sometimes that just means that you have to go out of your way,
Yeah.
um, to be a part of someone's community, and to ask, what they need,
Questions or just to say hi.
or show up and say, like, I got you. Like, I'm here to support you. Like, what do you need?
Right.
Let me do it for you.
And that
I think
goes all the
that's
way around, meaning even if people are not in need, you don't even know. Maybe they are. And asking questions like, hey, you okay? Can I get you anything? I literally have, since we've been sitting here, my neighbor in my building
mhm.
said, I'm going to the grocery store. Does anyone need anything?
It's amazing.
That's so nice. Like
It's so
that
nice.
was so nice. And I completely appreciate that. And I mean, I need a whole like refrigerator filled with stuff, but no, I'm just saying like
Right,
that's
with,
just
like,
like
one
so
thing.
warm and fuzzy and nice. And it's just lovely. And that just doesn't happen a lot. And again, you don't have to be in need for someone to ask how you are if you need anything. Doesn't have to be a
Right.
life altering situation.
Totally.
Yeah.
And on the same token, it is okay to ask for help. It is okay to ask your community to be there for you, or to say yes to, a grocery run, or to say yes, like, I'm feeling ill right now. Do you mind picking me up some soup? Like,
Absolutely.
it's okay
To ask.
to ask.
You might
It's
not get
okay to
it.
accept the help. I think a lot of people have a hard time accepting help. They'll be like, "Hey, how are you?" And then people are just kind of shut down, like, "Hey, I'm fine."
Most
Like,
people are like, good, how are you? But, like,
it's kind of like a habitual response
right.
rather than, this is really how I'm doing. So sometimes, especially when I'm in person, I'm like, "How are you really doing?"
Yeah.
Like, I really, I make the eye contact with them. I'm really focused on them. I'm
That's
like,
very nice.
"How are you?"
Yeah.
And like, I'm genuinely asking. And, sometimes I'll have friends and family that truly share really what's going on in their lives. And I think that's a beautiful thing, to like hold this space for another person.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So it's really just all about giving and receiving, but not in a way of
Expecting.
expecting or tick for tat or, I'm
Right,
keeping
have no
score. I've done this
expectations.
for you and you haven't done anything for me. Like
Right.
it's just more of an ebb and flow.
It should be, yeah. It
It,
should be.
it
That's
yeah.
authentic and genuine, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
You just have to
It's
keep putting yourself out there if you don't have that in your life. You
yeah.
have to show up and in ways that maybe are uncomfortable, and you just keep on going.
And like not and to know like not everyone is a villager or your villager or your community. And
So I'm saying if you want that in your life,
it's
then you have to alter your perspective and change something that, to in order to get what you want or find
well,
what you want.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying is to either alter your expectations for that individual or to look in that community to find what you're looking for somewhere else.
Correct. Absolutely. And that's showing up and like just keep on looking because they're out there.
Yeah.
And if that's what you want in your life, then go find it for sure. You can have that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for listening to another episode of Squeeze Limes. Or if this is your first time, we would love to hear your thoughts. You can find us at www.squeezelimes.com or leave a rating and review wherever you're listening today. We hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Squeeze the most out of it.
Thank you so much. Take
Bye.
care. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Be sure to follow, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs a good squeeze.
Of course, everybody needs one.
See you next time on Squeeze Lives.